night sky had just witnessed a spectacle unlike any other. The blood moon, cloaked in crimson, painted the heavens with a message that many dismissed as mere astronomy, but for those who are awake, it was the sound of destiny itself. The eclipse did not simply pass. It tore open a veil, revealing a portal that now hovers above us, demanding awareness, demanding choice. And here lies the warning. One single mistake, one careless moment in this fragile window, could obliterate what God has carefully prepared for you as the world steps into September 8th, 2025. Something in the atmosphere has shifted. Do you feel it? The heaviness in the air, the strange synchronicities lining your path, the inner whisper that you cannot ignore. This is not imagination. This is divine alignment. The eclipse was not just for your eyes, it was for your soul. A celestial mirror has been lifted, forcing us to confront what lies hidden. And chosen ones, you are not here by accident. You are here because the heavens called you to this moment. And now the question echoes. Will you notice the signs, or will you sleep through your own awakening? Because the blood moon has no patience for the blind. It does not wait for those who cling to distractions. It does not bend for those paralyzed by fear. It tests, it shakes, it exposes, and it refines. Those who understand this know the truth. The eclipse is a divine threshold. Cross it, and your destiny unfolds. Ignore it, and the door slams shut. This is why you must stay until the very end of this message, for the greatest revelation will come last, and it may decide how you walk into the next chapter of your life. If these words stir something deep within you, if you feel the fire awakening in your chest, then mark your presence. Type 777 as your sign of alignment, because tonight was no ordinary night, and today is no ordinary day. The portal is open, and your choice will determine everything. The portal has opened, chosen ones, and with it comes a new vibration sweeping across the earth. What unfolded last night was not simply a lunar eclipse. It was a divine signal written into the heavens. For generations, cultures across the world have looked upon the blood moon with awe, reverence, and fear. They understood something modern eyes too often forget, that the heavens do not move in silence. Every shift in the skies carries a message, a decree written in light and shadow. On September 7th, as the earth blocked the sun's rays and the moon bled red before our eyes, a celestial curtain lifted. Today, September 8th, 2025, we stand in the aftermath, and the air still hums with a strange electricity. This is not a coincidence. This is the sacred echo of prophecy. A cycle has ended, and a new one demands your attention. The energy now is sharp, decisive, and merciless toward illusion. Whatever has been false will crumble. Whatever has been hidden will surface. And whatever has been prepared for you is now drawing closer than ever before. But understand this, not everyone will receive it. Many celebrated last night as a mere astronomical wonder, nothing more. But the chosen, the awakened, knew it was far greater. It was a mirror held to the soul. It was a threshold placed at your feet. And the way you choose to step today determines whether you enter the next chapter or remain bound to the old. This is why you cannot brush it aside. This is why you cannot return to sleep. So open your spirit wide. Still your thoughts, because the journey ahead will reveal not just the meaning of this blood moon, but the hidden signs scattered in your path, and the mistake you must avoid at all costs. The eclipse did not come to entertain your eyes. It came to awaken your destiny. The eclipse was not a random shadow cast upon the sky. It was a message carved into eternity. For thousands of years, sages, prophets, and seers have regarded the blood moon as a sign of revelation. In ancient temples, elders would gather when the moon turned red, declaring it a time when the veil between the visible and the invisible grew thin. What the eyes could not see, the spirit suddenly could. And now, chosen ones, you stand in that very moment. The blood moon is the great revealer. It is the divine mirror that strips away illusions and forces what has been buried in the dark to surface. This is why some of you already feel the shift. Conversations that change tone without warning. Truths spoken that cannot be taken back. Hidden motives surfacing in relationships. Do not mistake these as accidents. They are the shaking of unstable foundations, the purging of what cannot survive in this new cycle. Understand this. The blood moon is both invitation and judgment. It asks, are you ready to walk into alignment with what God has prepared for you? And at the same time, it exposes where you are still bound, where fear, pride, or denial holds you back. To those who are awake, this is not destruction. It is liberation. Like fire refining gold, the blood moon burns away the false so the truth can emerge. This is why ancient cultures treated it as a sacred prophecy. The heavens were never meant to be read as empty space. They are living scripture, a language of light and shadow speaking to those who dare to listen. And now, in this very hour, that same cosmic language is declaring, the old cycle has ended. A new chapter has begun. Will you step into it, or will you cling to the ashes of what has already crumbled? And yet, chosen ones, even with such a divine unveiling, the greatest danger lies not in the eclipse itself, but in how we respond afterward. The heavens have opened. The veil has been lifted, but many will stumble here, for it is in the aftermath that mistakes are most costly. One wrong step, one careless thought, can block the very blessing that was already within reach. The first mistake is distraction. The world rushes in with noise, screens glowing, arguments brewing, routines demanding attention. Many will drown in this storm of triviality and miss the still small voice whispering divine guidance. The blood moon did not come so you could scroll mindlessly. It came to sharpen your focus, to draw your attention back to what matters. The second mistake is doubt. When synchronicities appear, when numbers repeat, when inner whispers stir your spirit, the mind begins to question. Am I imagining this? Doubt kills the seed before it can sprout. The eclipse poured heavenly water onto the soil of your life, but if you refuse to trust it, the blessing withers at the root. The third and most dangerous mistake is fear. Fear whispers, do not change. Stay where you are. It's safer this way. But safety is often the prison disguised as comfort. Fear will keep you chained to a cycle that the eclipse came to break. It is the lock on the door, while faith is the only key. These are the traps, beloved. Distraction, doubt, and fear are thieves waiting in the shadow after every blood moon. And if you yield to them, you shut the very door God opened for you. But if you resist them, if you choose clarity, faith, and courage, you step fully into the divine flow. This is why vigilance matters now more than ever. The heavens have spoken. Your response will decide if you walk in destiny or delay. And so we arrive at the heart of it. Chosen ones, the test. After the eclipse, the veil is thin, the air charged, and every thought, every word, every action carries more weight than before. The blood moon was not merely a show in the heavens. It was the sounding of a spiritual exam. And now, whether you realize it or not, you are sitting at its table. This test is not written on paper. It is inscribed in your experiences. When someone provokes your patience, the universe watches your response. When fear rises uninvited, Your reaction becomes your answer when doubt creeps into your spirit. The way you choose, faith or hesitation, writes your grade. Every moment is a question. Every choice is an answer. Do not mistake this for punishment. The blood moon does not test to condemn. It tests to prepare. For what God has stored up for you is vast, powerful, and sacred. A careless vessel cannot hold such treasure. Imagine giving priceless gold to one who treats it like stone. They would lose it in an instant. So too does the universe guard your blessing until you are ready to carry it with strength, discipline, and humility. And here lies the beauty. Each obstacle is not cruelty, but sharpening. Each delay is not denial, but preparation. The arguments, the disappointments, the unexpected endings, they are questions on the divine exam, meant not to break you but to shape you. The eclipse magnifies the stakes so that nothing can remain hidden. Your vibration tells the truth louder than your words. This is why vigilance matters. You are at a crossroads, and both paths are before you. One leads to clarity, alignment, and the unfolding of God's promise. The other leads to stagnation, confusion, and repeated lessons. The choice is yours. But make no mistake, the universe is already listening. Chosen ones, how do you know if you are walking the right path in this time of testing? The answer is written all around you, in signs, in whispers, in divine nudges that appear when you least expect them. After the blood moon, the veil between the physical and spiritual is thinner than ever, and heaven speaks more directly. But the question is, will you notice? Numbers begin to echo. 111, 222, 777. Appearing on clocks' receipts, even in random places where your eyes land. These are not accidents. They are confirmations that you are aligned, reminders that the unseen is guiding your every step. Conversations take on a strange rhythm. Someone may say the very words that answer the question you have been silently asking in your heart. Dreams become vivid, carrying messages wrapped in symbols that stir your soul even after you wake. And then there are the whispers, those gentle impressions, those sudden pulls in your spirit, as if something greater is steering you. That is not coincidence. That is the divine hand. When the veil is this thin, the spirit does not always shout. More often, it whispers, testing if your heart is still enough to hear. Doubt and distraction will tell you to ignore these signs, to brush them off as chance. But if you dismiss them, you turn away from direct guidance. Think of this time as sacred dialogue. Every sign is a reply from heaven to your unspoken prayers. The challenge is not whether the signs exist, it is whether you trust them. When you feel the shiver down your spine, when you sense clarity where confusion once stood, that is resonance. Your soul is recognizing its own language. Believe it. Trust it. For these confirmations are not meant to tease you. They are meant to guide you through the storm into alignment with what God has already prepared. Chosen ones, just as the blood moon reveals hidden truths within you, it also casts its light upon the bonds you hold with others. This is why relationships feel the tremors so strongly after such an event. Connections built upon illusion, convenience, or denial cannot survive the shaking. Words are spoken that cannot be unsaid. Secrets surface, and endings arrive like waves crashing against fragile sandcastles. Painful as it may be, do not misinterpret this. What falls away now was never meant to endure. Understand this: the eclipse does not take from you what belongs to you. Instead, it clears away the weight you did not even realize you were carrying. Some of you are already witnessing doors closing, friendships fading, love tested, or partnerships unraveling. But remember, chosen one, when one door seals, it is only to prepare the space for another to open. To chase what the eclipse has already dissolved is to cling to ashes and expect them to burn again. This is also the hour when spiritual contracts come to light. Before you were born, your soul made agreements, lessons to learn, people to meet, paths to walk. The blood moon illuminates which contracts have been fulfilled and which are just beginning. This is why endings and new beginnings cluster tightly around this sacred time. Pay attention to who enters your life now, to the opportunities that arise suddenly and without warning. These may be threads woven into your destiny long before you arrived in this world. Do you see the holiness in this? The eclipse is not just about celestial shadows, it is about the rewriting of your story, the renewal of your soul's agreements. Trust the unfolding. What departs now cannot follow you into the chapter ahead, but what arrives carries the fingerprints of eternity. Let go with grace and welcome with faith, for the divine is orchestrating every connection in perfect timing. Chosen ones, as relationships shift and contracts are revealed, the eclipse also speaks through your own vessel, your dreams, your body, your very energy field. The night of the blood moon was not only written in the sky, it was etched into your spirit. This is why your sleep may have been restless, why your dreams have turned vivid, almost tangible. Do not dismiss them. They are not random. They are coded messages, windows into the unseen, guidance from your higher self, your guides, and from God Himself. Write them down. Reflect on them. For hidden within their symbols lies direction for your path forward. Your body too has felt the tremors, fatigue, headaches, emotional waves rising without reason. These are not ailments but recalibrations. The eclipse has shifted the frequency of the earth, and your body, as the temple of your spirit, is adjusting to the new current. Treat it gently. Rest when rest calls. Drink deeply of water. Cleanse your space. Move in ways that align your energy. For if your vessel is heavy, your spirit cannot soar. And then there is the stirring, an ache in the chest, tears that appear without warning, a restlessness that makes you feel like something is moving within you that you cannot yet name. This is the blood moon drawing the old roots to the surface so that they may be pulled out. Do not resist this cleansing. Let it wash through you. Each wave of emotion is not here to drown you, but to free you. Understand this. The eclipse shifts not just the heavens but the very threads of your being. What you feel now is alignment in motion, the old unraveling and the new taking shape. Trust this process, for while the mind seeks to explain it, the soul already knows. This is preparation, not punishment. You are being tuned to the frequency of your destiny. Chosen ones, to grasp the depth of this moment, let us turn to stories passed down through whispers of time. For truth often hides within parables, giving us mirrors through which we may see ourselves more clearly. After the eclipse, these lessons shine brighter than ever. Centuries ago, it is said, a man stood beneath a blood-red moon. As the sky burned crimson, visions flooded his mind, memories of mistakes, regrets, and opportunities wasted. He trembled, believing he was cursed, but the elders told him, "This is not punishment. This is your soul showing you what still binds you. Face it, and you will be free. Run from it, and you will repeat it." The man chose courage, though the process was painful. Within months, his life was transformed. Teachers appeared, love blossomed, and his path became one that generations remembered. Why? Because he understood the secret. What the blood moon reveals, it also offers to heal, if you let it. Another tale speaks of a farmer who planted 2 fields. In one, he cleared the weeds, watered daily, and prepared the soil. In the other, he ignored the land, letting weeds choke it. When the rains finally came, both fields received water, yet only one bore fruit. The blood moon is that rain, chosen ones. Your preparation, your choices, your awareness decides your harvest. And remember the image of fire. Two travelers walked through the same flames. One carried straw, and it burned instantly. The other carried gold, and the fire refined it until it shone brighter. So it is now. The energy of the blood moon is the same for all. Yet what it magnifies depends on what you carry within. Are you holding straw, or are you holding gold? These stories are not distant myths. They are your reflection. The eclipse calls you to face what binds you, to prepare your field, to refine your soul. The choice is yours, and the time is now. And now, chosen ones, after the parables and the whispers of wisdom, the message turns directly to you. The eclipse has brought you to a doorway, and behind it lies the very future you have prayed for. Yet this door does not swing open on its own. It waits for the key. And that key is not given. It is forged in your choices. Every act of faith is a fragment of the key. Each time you forgive instead of holding bitterness, you shape another piece. Every step you take in trust rather than fear carves it further. When you release what no longer serves you, when you choose growth over comfort, another part locks into place. Slowly, deliberately, you build the key that fits the door. And when it is complete, the lock turns, and no force in heaven or earth can keep your blessing from you. But hear this truth. The door does not wait forever. The blood moon is a threshold, not an endless hallway. If you delay, if you cling to the chains that the eclipse has already revealed, the opportunity may pass. Not because God is cruel, but because divine timing moves with precision. The universe will not allow sacred blessings to sit in idle hands. This is why your awareness today matters. The eclipse energy magnifies everything. What you plant now will grow faster than in ordinary times. Plant fear, and it multiplies. Plant faith, and miracles blossom. The soil of your soul is rich in this season. Choose carefully what seeds you place within it. So the question stands before you. Will you build the key or remain locked outside? The choice is no longer abstract. It is alive, demanding action. Stand in front of the door with courage. Begin shaping the key with each thought, each word, each deed. For on the other side waits the destiny that God Himself has prepared, and it is closer than you dare to believe. Chosen ones, the door stands before you, and the key is forming in your hands. But hear me. This is not the hour to hesitate. This is not the season to delay. The blood moon has sounded its call, and the window of testing is open. What you choose now will echo into the days, the months, the years ahead. This is why the Spirit presses so urgently. Do not miss your moment. Many have seen the sky turn red, felt the stirring in their spirit, and yet they return to old habits as if nothing happened. That, beloved, is the greatest mistake of all. To witness the unveiling and then fall back asleep is to close the very door God Himself opened. Do not let fear, doubt, or distraction rob you of what has already been prepared for you. Rise with courage. Rise with faith. Rise even if your legs tremble and your voice shakes, because destiny is not waiting for your perfection. It is waiting for your willingness. The eclipse did not come to entertain your eyes. It came to awaken your soul. If you feel the heaviness, the restlessness, the tears you cannot explain, take them as confirmation. The old is being stripped away so the new can finally emerge. And so I call you now. Step forward. Speak words of life. Plant seeds of faith. Act with intention. Claim alignment with this moment. If your heart is stirred even now, declare it. Leave the number 777 as your sign that you are in tune with the divine rhythm. Share this message so others may awaken too. For the eclipse was not meant for one, but for a generation ready to rise. The choice is yours, chosen one. The heavens have aligned, the portal is open, and the blessing is waiting. Do not look back. Do not sleep through your awakening. Step boldly, for this is your moment to claim what was always meant for you. Chosen ones, as the message draws to its close, let us return to where it all began, with the blood moon rising in crimson light, shaking the heavens and opening a threshold for your soul. Do not forget this. It was never about the moon itself. It was about you, about the parts of you that have been sleeping, the truths you have buried, the destiny you have delayed. The eclipse was not the end. It was the beginning of your awakening. Yes, the shaking has been intense. Relationships have trembled. Emotions have spilled over and hidden wounds have risen. But hear me. This was not to break you. It was to free you. The heaviness you feel is not destruction. It is clearing. The silence that lingers is not absence. It is preparation. What seemed like loss was simply the hand of God, removing what could not carry into the next chapter. And what seemed delayed is only being perfected in the unseen. Do not mistake this season for punishment. Diamonds form under pressure. Gold is purified in fire, and souls are awakened through trials. Every tear, every obstacle, every restless night has been the labor pains of your rebirth. You are being refined, strengthened, and prepared to step into what has always been yours. So take heart, beloved. Dawn is breaking. The portal is open, the path is clear, and your blessing is closer than you imagine. Rise with courage. Rise with faith. Rise with the knowledge that your destiny is unfolding. Here and now, this is your time, your sign, your confirmation. Step forward boldly, for the universe has already declared it. The eclipse marked you for awakening. Carry this truth as you go. Share it so others may awaken too. And remember, what God has prepared cannot be taken, only delayed. Do not delay it any longer. Step into the light. Step into the blessing. Step into who you were always meant to be.